Of course, you can know if we're talking about Mortal Kombat 1, it probably ain't good news. And it ain't good news. So basically publications like Insider Gaming have released that an insider known as Fate Unknown, who's a known Mortal Kombat 1 leaker, he's been like kind of on the money when it comes to a lot of stuff with MK1. He basically came out and said that there is basically going to be no future DLC, no future Combat Pack 2s, no story expansions, no nothing, because y'all ungrateful self. It don't matter that I gave you a game that I didn't even finish yet, that I made you pay $100 and some for, and then I made you pay top dollar price $50 for DLC for a game that I didn't even finish originally. It don't even matter. Y'all ungrateful tail didn't buy it. You talk about you didn't like the characters. So now look what happened. We ain't getting no Combat Pack 2, no story expansion. MK1 basically seemingly dead. So that's the news he reported. It's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. Y'all didn't support a trash game like Mr. Gaming. Look at him. He one of the people right now. It's the reason why MK1's dead. So it's y'all fault. So basically, we'll hand it over to y'all. How y'all feeling about this? That a leaker and basically said MK1's dead. There's going to be no future DLC, no future story expansions because people like Mr. Gaming left, then just ruin the game. So we'll start with you, Mr. MC. Amazing.
Um, you know, uh, for me, it is it is a sad thing to me, honestly. I actually liked MK1 when it came out. I thought it was a really cool game, especially the story mode. I thought what the direction they took the story mode to me was really cool. And I was looking forward to seeing where they were going to go with it. Even like if you played the Chaos Reigns story mode, even though like it was disappointingly short, it was pretty cool for what it was. Like for what it was pretty cool. But at the same time, it's like, man, like, where's the rest of the content though? Because the story mode really wasn't that long for the amount of money they wanted you to pay for it, you know? And a lot of the issues that it's had since like, after the release and everything. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I think we all know what one of the biggest like failings of MK1 was. I didn't want to say it. Well, actually, I've said it before. I'll say it again. You put Farah in the game without Tor. You didn't put Farah Tor in the game, and now look what happened, bro. I mean, I'm just saying, like, Ed Boone, take notes, man. I told you before. I've been saying this for years. I've been beating this drum for years, and now the chickens have come home to roost. And now look at what's happened. Now they're not supporting the game anymore, bro. Like next time, let's put Farah and Tor in the game. And you know what? You put Farah in the game and she's just like a cameo. Come on, bro. What I think like the whole concept of having characters in the game that are just cameos and not playable characters is a little annoying as well. Like that kind of frustrated me because I'm like, really? You couldn't just like put them in the game as a whole character? That was kind of that was kind of lame to me, man. But it is kind of sad because what could have been, right? To think about what might have been in the future, like what directions they might have been able to take the story. I mean, they can still expand on the story and maybe the next game or whatever, but for now it's just for this particular game, it's game over, man. It's game over.
Side note, more information I had, I forgot to say. This comes right after Warner Brothers CEO just came out and was just like, "Yeah, man, multiverse has laid an egg for us. We lost all that money, so we just go ahead and focus on like Mortal Kombat, Harry Potter, and our other
Mm.
games." And then next thing you know, I guess somebody walked up to him like the George Bush meme when somebody whispered in his ear, like, "Sir, we canceling the MK expansion." It's like, I already told him now, so let's roll with it. But so it's
Oof.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, dude just came out and said like, yeah, man, we doubling down on it, and now we getting like stores is like he was lying, or he just didn't know any better. You know how like it'd be funny these CEO calls. They just get on there be saying stuff, and then just people be like, why'd you say that? Like, what you mean I couldn't? That wasn't right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was somebody told me. I ain't know. But go ahead, Mr. Gambler.
Uh, where are you people that was in our comments earlier this year? All y'all people, y'all didn't buy the game, y'all didn't buy the DLC. All you people that was in the comments when I made my little legitimate concerns and criticisms about this game, everybody was like, you don't know what you're talking about. This game is goated. We don't need outfits. Who needs them nor skins? I told y'all from the jump, this game was unfinished. Everybody's like, you crazy. It's like, and that just let me know that most people don't know actually what a decent game is. If it hit them right in the face, if it fatality them, they wouldn't know what a good game is. Period.
Jeez.
So it's like that's why a lot of things I listen to myself. I've been playing games for a long time. I play a lot of games. I know when I see a bad game or when I play a bad game. Everybody's like, this is so. It had the makings of a great game. MK1 was an unfinished painting. It had like 2 layers done, and I'm art major. You do paintings in layers. It had 2 layers done and had about 2 or 3 more to go. But everybody was like, this is so great. I'm like, bro. First off, visually, it don't look that much different from MK11. MK11 still looked great, and it was on a past gen console. All right. The gameplay, if you take away cameos, it's just MK11. People's like, this is so different. It's like, bro, the content, the story mode was all right. You just rehash all of this, you rehash Deadly Alliance and rehash Armageddon and just made this amalgam. Oh, now we got mix of characters, which is kind of cool, but it kind of got silly at the end. I like Shao Jack, I can't even remember, Shao Cage, just some. I'm like, some of this is cool, some of this is kind of ridiculous.
Hey,
Where
man, they
y'all
had
people
Ninja
at
Mime,
now,
bro.
man? What'd you say?
They had Ninja Mime, bro.
Oh, they did have Ninja Mind. Like, where y'all people at, man? The people that was saying this game was the best thing ever. Why y'all didn't buy it? Why you didn't buy it? I want to know that.
Mm.
I want to know. This game had issues from top to bottom, sound issues, like PC running horribly. I want to know where y'all at. Why y'all didn't buy the expansion? I'm waiting. This game has so many issues. Invasions mode, that was a slap in the face. I ain't seen a mode like that since Dragon Ball Budokai 2. And that was on PS2 and GameCube era. A board game style mode in 2024, 2023, 2024. Like, come on now. A slot, they replaced a crypt with a slot machine. That lets you know where the game is going. That lets you know that's already right there. That is a comparison of the gaming industry. They take out a cool mode and replace it with a slot machine. How you feel about that? Oh, you wouldn't want to traverse this cool crypt and unlock stuff and break things. No, you want to just hit that dragon, put my little coins in. That's what y'all accepted it. Y'all thought that was cool. Training mode, garbage. Training mode still ain't got what some other games got. Some indie
Yeah.
games got features that this game ain't got. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because I done beat this horse so much. This horse is unrecognizable, but it's the truth, and y'all seen it unfold. Oh, chaos reigns. Like it's we got to get 33 cc's of fatality stat, 20 cc's of DLC character stat. Like we need all this. $10 fatalities, $10 announcer voices. Man, I'm done. I'm done.
Well, it really ain't much else left to say. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Damn.
all right, we ain't gonna do y'all too bad. But it's just basically at the end of the day, like this whole thing is sad. Like, I was gonna go and read off some tweets from Perfect Legend and other people in the scene is basically just put more dirt on top of this grave. But one thing I'll just come at it from this, like Mortal Kombat is one of the big three fighting games of all time. I mean, it's hard to, fight that with what it's sold, what it's done, what it's done in the scene and stuff like that. And just to see like what has happened with MK1, like, yeah, like, you could say basically Tekken, Street Fighter, all these games have had duds before, but my goodness, this was just, I mean, just from the time it came out to now, it's just like you have very far few in between people who's just like, I mean, I play MK for the story. They got it in there. So, I just like the game. I don't know why people are so hard on it. Like, that's very far few in between. People who really don't even have a defense for how like the game is good. They're just, y'all just too harsh, man. I mean, just play the game and enjoy it. I have a fun time. So it's just it's devastating. It sucks. I ain't gonna, beat up on it too much. I mean, Devin and MC Amazing has said
Yeah,
enough.
there you go. You remember my name. There you go.
Yeah, it's forgettable. They
That's
remember.
cap.
They said just enough, about MK1. I mean, it's terrible. I really, really hope when the next game comes out, whatever it is, whether it's Injustice, that Marvel game that's been hinted, another Mortal Kombat, whatever it is, that they could just, right in the ship because I'll just go up to WB Games. It ain't been looking so hot. So I ain't gonna add too much more on it. Everybody who's been following this, y'all know what's up. I mean, it's just, you know, it's unfortunate. Anybody else got anything to add before we move on to something less tragic?
I just want to say something real quick. I think I would also I want to say something else that's really tragic. And Mr. Rex on Max going to say my name's forgettable. It is very tragic that you got CTE from Mr. Game and Lift knocking you around in fighting games.
Sorry about that. Let's go do something more important than what you were saying.
No, it's okay. I understand. Like I said, you got CTE from getting smacked around by Mr. Game and Lift in fighting games. I understand. It's like those are the lasting effects.
Oh, so you
You know,
bringing up
you
people's
don't have
trauma?
to.
I got you.
You don't have to like just so like this. That just goes to show you don't have to be in a contact sport to get your brain scrambled, guys. Like, be aware.
Devin, this should let you know, like, as much as you try to downplay the devastation and destruction you've done to people in your fighting game career, you got somebody that'll try to use it as a one up on somebody in the scene, when it comes to arguments and stuff like that. So, I appreciate you everything that you've violently done to me,
Yeah,
because it's still haunting me to this day.
if he can remember it
I
all.
won't get fined, man.
But
I want to say one last thing, man. Like when people hear me talk, I know people are like, oh, you don't even play MK, you don't like it. Look, I love MK. MK is one of my favorite fighting game series. Like, but I mean, I've said this on the podcast before, I'm pretty sure. If something of your favorite comes out and it's bad, you just have to accept it. I know sometimes we don't want
not
to,
my MK.
not my MK, not the
Hashtag
one
not
that
my
not Ed Boone's game. It ain't bad. And I also want to also add on to this that I know this might not have been Ed's fault. This could have been people at the suits, the people that in the companies that own these conglomerates that have no knowledge of games. They don't care about what's good. They just care about put this slot machine in the game. We trying to make money. Put this $10-$20 outfit in there. We trying to make money. They probably were making a lot of decisions, forcing the team to finish the game when they knew it wasn't finished. So that could have very well been a thing. I'm not saying, oh, Ed Boone's made a lot of great games. But this just like this definitely could have been an issue where he was just forced to, like, his hands was forced, like, okay, we got to put the game out. I mean, we remember the game was leaked in a like a financial call, like a listing of all the things, items for the year. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
Ed been really quiet.
yeah. I just hope that the next game that they can take care with it, and hopefully if that was what happened, they can have more control. Like, hey, this game is not finished. We're not putting out this product because you see what happened now. They thought, oh, we'll just put the game out, and then you put the DLC out, and now it doesn't sell that well, And again, my question is, where are all you people that were hyping this game up, saying it was so great? Why you didn't buy it? The people that went in our comments earlier this year talking about, I didn't know what I was talking about. Why you didn't buy the game? You didn't buy it? Oh, I guess you finally wise up. I don't know.
It's like Rexon. You're talking about Ed Boone being kind of quiet. Like, when was the last time we had like a legitimate troll post from Ed Boone?
I guess if somebody with a smart mouth would say anything he ever said about MK1. But but honestly, I don't know. He, like I said, he's been real quiet. Mostly when I see him, it's just like, Ghostface trailer is out, and then he hurry up and runs away. He probably logs out of the account and throws his phone in the corner somewhere.
Jeez.
But yeah, I hadn't seen it, because during like MKX, I know when MKX was out, he was talking. He was saying online.
Like, not
Um,
really a whole lot coming from him. Like, it's like, I mean, it's like, it just seems like, it's like devoid. I mean, it's like, is this even really all that fun for him? You know what I mean? Like, is it like, it's like you have all these like issues going on behind the scenes. So you can imagine just having like the very fun for the game that you love so much just being kind of stripped away, and it's like, wow, like I'm just kind of here to just do a job at that point. You know what I mean? Just here's the trailer. Hope you guys are having a good day. See you next time. Kind of thing. So it's like, what, like, like you're saying, like he was like tweeting pretty regularly, like, all types, even something as simple as what's a character that you would like to come back in the future, kind of deal, like something like that. Like, I mean, I remember putting Ferritor on there. I remember him like making like all these different posts and stuff. And like now it's just kind of like, just strictly business. And I'm like, man, I hope that the fire comes back, man. That's all I can say. I hope the fire comes back by the next by the next MK, because it just seems like it's right now. I don't feel that kind of presence from Ed Boone that I felt in like the MK11 or or MKX.
The soul is definitely still not burning.
Yeah.
The house is burning, but not the soul. And I say this one last quick thing because I have to bring this up because this also plays a part in it. I feel when this game came out, I saw the reviews. It was 9s and 10s, like high scores. I'm thinking like y'all played a different version because it's not the one I played. People were giving it such high scores, and I'm just like, this is also a problem too because when people, there's a weird thing going on nowadays that I'm not really a fan of. People like reviews being very dishonest. People like these critics or even sometimes users like there's like I was like, bro, this game is not like no 9 or 10. Like, what are we talking about? It's like a 7 at best. And people was like, and that caused a problem because now you're gonna have a game that's its scores inflated, and then the people that aren't really locked into gaming, locked into like watching reviews and like really into like the gaming media, they're gonna go buy a game just because you scored it high. And oh, it's a 9 out of 10, so it's got to be good. So that's another problem too. Is like I saw this game came out, I was like, bro, those scores are really not indicative of what this game is, and it's unfortunate because somebody's gonna go buy this game thinking it is, and it's not. And then that's
Yeah.
probably also a reason why they did the sales of Chaos Reigns didn't sell because you got somebody initially, and it's like this wasn't that great, so I'm not gonna buy the second part.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like super snake bit. That once bitten, twice shy kind of deal where I'm like, yo, you're not gonna fool me again. Like
yeah,
people really, really believe that stuff. Like like if you say, oh, it's a 9 out of 10, they believe you. Like, and they'll go out there and they'll go buy the game with your recommendation in mind. And they'll be like, oh man, this is gonna be great because I heard this was a 9 out of 10 game. And then like say you play a game that's like a 7 at best, and it's like, oh, okay, well, but they said it was a 9 out of. I don't understand. And
yeah.
then the brain starts malfunctioning because I mean I've like, especially coming up, you come up as a what, reading Game Informer and stuff like that. You read a review, you watch something online, and they tell you this is a good game. You go play it, and it's like, oh well, this is okay, I guess, and it just kind of, it's that discrepancy between their recommendation and your actual experience. It's like, wow, that cognitive dissonance, I guess. It'll really mess with you. It'll really mess with you. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that the game got like, maybe some reviews that maybe weren't quite so honest, and then like people buy the game, they didn't like it as much as they thought they would, and then like they're not going to buy Chaos Reigns. That's just the long and short of it. You're not going to buy the DLC for a game that you feel like you got fooled on, like that you feel like you were like, oh, they fooled me once, but they're not going to fool me again. So yeah, I get it.
well, since September 6th was the last time I've seen reports on how much MK1 has sold, and basically it sold 4 million copies. Since September 6th, 2024 is the last update I could find. I mean, overall, I mean, they're not gonna do as good as like the last Mortal Kombat's. Definitely, I mean, MKX basically sold how much? MK11 basically sold 15 million, and MKX sold 11 million. So I mean, I don't know, maybe seeing MK1 max topping out like at maybe 6 million. So
Mhm.
I mean, still, I mean, that's fantastic sales. Not what they're used,
Yeah.
like less than what they're used to, but that's still fantastic sales. So enough to get you another round game. So they might it might be a bust as far as like the game itself, but it's sold. It's sold. So that is what it is. So
Does that account for how many people bought Chaos Reigns?
yeah, well the 4 million was basically how much it sold since September 2024. So Chaos Reign is released after that. So no, that's why I just went and rounded it up and said like maybe overall it was a cap at 6 million.